Hello, 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 and welcome back to another yoga flow. So today is a bit of a power flow for around about 20 minutes. So get everything you need if you think you might need blocks and stuff, and we will meet on our mats. So we'll start down in a kneeling position, but tucking the toes under. So we want to warm up through the toes and then place the bottom back on the heels. Now, if this is really intense for you, you can place your hands down on the mat for support. But if you've got your hands off, then I want you to take the arms out long in front of you. So stretch the arms out and start working through the fingers. So just clenching the fingers in, releasing them, maybe doing one at a time, curling them up into a ball. Just looking like you're trying to grab whatever's in front of you. Just really warming up through the hands, through the fingers, and hopefully that taking your mind off of the toes, even though I've just put your mind back there. Just focus on the breath, really just working into it. Okay, bringing the arms back, give the hands a good old shake out, just shake everything out, maybe just wiggle them around. And then let's just place the hands down on the mat and then release the toes and just tap out the feet on the mat, just releasing out through the toes. Okay, so in an all fours position, let's work through some cat and some cow. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curling the spine. Again, inhale, lift the chest, shine the heart forwards, and exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, lifting the chest, and then exhale, send that spine high. Okay, so taking the right arm out in front of you, just setting the balance and the foundations, and then take the left leg away. So really having to fire up the core, working into the abdominals to hold this balance. Trying to keep the hips nice and square, keeping the spine nice and long. And then take that right arm out to the side and the left leg out to the side. Again, really having to work not only into the core but into the glutes here. And bring it back to center and release it down. Going on the other side now. So left arm goes out long and right leg goes out long as well. Breathing into the core, inhaling and exhaling, really trying to stay steady. And then from here, let's take the left arm out to the side and the right leg out to the side. If, like me, you've not got much space, you can keep that right leg bent, but keep the knee up. And back to center and release. Really well done. I know that's a little bit tough. Let's just come down and quickly stretch out through extended puppy. Breathing here, melting the shoulders down. And then drag the body up, tuck under the toes, and just walk the hands to the feet. And just come into a forward fold, taking opposite elbows and swaying gently side to side. Let's walk out the hands now, coming into a plank position. So really working again into the core, strong in the shoulders. And let's lift the left leg up. And then from here, we're going to transfer the weight onto the right hand and come to Vashisthasana. So taking the left arm up high. So you're in this star shape. Breathing here. Option just to stay in plank with one leg up if that is enough for you. Coming back to plank, place the left foot back down on the mat. And then we'll go on the second side, lifting the right foot up. Breathing here. And then again, now transferring the weight onto the left arm and reach the right arm high. Try and keep the hips nice and lifted, along with keeping that right leg lifted. And come back to center, breathe. And release both legs down and roll back to downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling, just setting the foundation, spread through the fingers, And let's wave the body all the way over into a high plank and then bring it back to downward facing dog. So inhale forward to high plank. Exhale, wave the body back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, come forwards. And exhale, wave the body back to downward facing dog. Reaching the right leg high, coming into a 3-leg dog with a nice open split. Breathing here, opening the hips. And then stepping that right foot all the way through to the outside of the elbow. Hold it here, staying off the mat, and then take it back to 3-leg dog. And let's bring that right knee to the right elbow again, keeping the foot off the floor, working into the obliques, and send the right leg high, 3-leg dog. And exhale the right leg down. Inhale, sweep the left leg high this time. Again, taking a moment to open out through the hips. And then bring left knee to left elbow, keeping the foot off, remembering to breathe, of course. And then take the left leg high, 3-leg dog again. And then one more time, left knee comes to the outside of the left elbow. Keep that knee high, breathe, and exhale the leg all the way back down to downward facing dog. And let's take a nice deep bend in the knees here, really working deeply into a nice long spine. Okay, so straightening the legs now, and we'll step the right foot between the hands and come up into a high lunge. So we're on our back toes, the heel is off. Hands come to the hips, and then let's inhale, take a twist here. So the left arm comes to the outside of the right knee, and then we turn to face the back leg, and release. And then we'll take some drop down. So we inhale, drop the back knee down, exhale, come back up. Inhale, drop down, exhale, come back up. Inhale, drop, exhale, come back up. And then take the hands to the hips again and try and come up onto that right toe, so the ball of the right foot. Option of staying here, or take the arms up and then take the body forwards. So we're really reaching long, sending the back heel back and the arms out. And release, coming down through a vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling back over the toes, downward facing dog. Repeating this all on the left side now. So left side, high lunge, hands to the hips to begin with to set the posture. And then when you're ready, we'll come into that twist. So the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, and the left hand goes to the back leg, and we try and gaze back. Breathing here. And slowly releasing, facing the front again. Reach the arms up and drop that knee down. So we lower, inhale down, exhale back up, inhale down, exhale back up, inhale down, and exhale back up. Really nice. Hands to hips. And then option of coming up onto the ball of the front foot. Taking those arms high. Maybe just staying here or reaching really far forward. So lowering that chest down and reach. Placing the hands down on the mat. Step it back and come down through your vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, from here, let's jump the feet to the outside of the hands. So we come down into a deep yogic squat. Place the palms of the hands together and the elbows to the inside of the knees. Just breathe here, one breath, inhale and exhale. And then place the hands down and heel toe the feet in, hip width apart. 2 peace fingers go around the big toe and we pull ourselves in for a deep forward fold. Again, breathing into the posture. And slowly release, inhale, and then exhale the hands to the hips and inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Okay, feet come together and palms of the hands come together, and then let's sit down. So hinge at the hips, coming into an Utkatasana with the hands in prayer position at heart center. Breathing here, really send the bottom back, but stay lifted in the lower tummy. Get a little deeper. And then from here, let's take the left elbow over the outside of the right knee. So feeling that twist, really breathing into it and using the resistance on the knee to open out through the chest. And so we're going to have some options now. Either stay here or place the hands down next to the legs, and we're going to come forward into a bit of an arm balance. So placing the thigh and the knee on top of the elbows. So the elbows create a shelf for this position. And feel free to pause me now and just spend some time playing around with this posture. For those of you ready to move on, because if you were here in Utkatasana, then you would be ready to. Let's go to the other side. So right elbow comes over to the left knee. And again, we use that resistance to really open out through the chest. And from here, the option again. So either stay where you are or place the hands down. Again, onto the mat, down by the side of you. I'm going to place the hip and the knee on top of the elbows. And we can just work with this. So sending the shoulders forwards and then just working on maybe lifting up each foot. So you don't necessarily need to come all the way into the full posture. Again, maybe pause me and have a play around with it. For those of you ready, coming out of Utkatasana and releasing the hands down. Let's have a little shake out here of the wrists, of the legs. And then come to stand near the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up high, and exhale the palms down to the mat. Inhale the chest to prepare, and then exhale as we jump all the way back to high plank, and then snake and wave the body through to downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, let's come into a high plank, and then we're going to lift up the left leg, bring the left knee to left elbow, across to the right and back to the left. Back to high plank, we'll go the right side, right knee to right elbow, to the left and then to the right and back. And we'll do this on each side again. So the left knee comes in and then the right knee comes in. Moving across the body and then back again and coming into downward facing dog. A little core workout for you there. So let's snake the body all the way over, high plank, come down through chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale back into a wide leg child's pose. Yay! I hear you cry. I'm sorry, but it's not over just yet. So coming down onto the forearms, let's tuck under the toes and come up into dolphin. So we're not going into Pincha Mayurasana. We're just going to work with dolphin. It can be a bit of a tough posture for so many people. So just walk the feet in as far as you can and remember to breathe. The breathing is so, so important. One more breath here. And then we'll push up into downward facing dog. And then step the right leg through, coming into a low lunge. Placing the hands on top of the right foot, sinking down into the hips. Let's take the arms up high. So lifting the chest, and then we've got the option of tucking under the toes and lifting that left leg off the mat. So we're in a super, super low lunge, and it's quite tough. Option of taking the right foot onto the ball of the toes as well, only if you feel super stable. And breathe, and release it back down, place the hands down, just open out into those hips for one more moment. And then let's place that leg back and switch legs, so bringing the left knee through. First of all, just sink melting down into the low lunge, and then taking the arms high when you're ready and opening out through the chest. Okay, so when you're ready, if you're ready of course, tuck under those back toes and lift the back leg off the mat. If you feel any cramping or anything happen, just come down and come out of the posture. For those of you there, option of taking the front heel off of the mat, so we're on the ball of the foot. And breathe and release. I know it's a bit of a wobbly one, bit of a shaky one for the muscles, and just come back again to that wide leg child's pose. So from here we'll start to mellow things out just a little bit. First of all, coming up into downward facing dog. Just taking a breather here, maybe wanting to pedal out through the feet, through the legs, maybe shaking and nodding the head. Any movements that the body needs. And then when you're ready, we'll jump the feet through to a seated position and hug the knees into the chest so you're just balancing on the sit bones. And then take the hands to the outside of the feet and then attempt to bring the legs high. You've got the option of holding behind the thighs or behind the calf. Okay, when we're ready, option of taking the hands away, but you want to try and keep the spine as long as possible and try to keep those legs as high as they were when you were holding them. And release down. Coming into Baddha Konasana, so take the soles of the feet together, open out the soles of the feet, and then when you're ready, inhale and lift the chest, and exhale, come into a forward fold. Again, let's work on keeping that spine really nice and long. Taking a moment to close off the eyes here. There's no need to look to the screen for me. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Okay, just one more breath and then let's release. I'm just going to take a little twist to each side. So first of all, twisting over to the right, gazing behind you. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, releasing the twist and twisting over to the left side. So you're still in your Baddha Konasana with the feet, but we're just taking a little twist. And exhale, come to center. So coming up into Navasana boat pose, option of holding behind the knees or taking the arms out long or even straightening the legs, although you might regret that because we're going to come down and do 5 V-sits. So exhale, lower down and inhale up. 5 of these in your own time, working with the breath. Lowering down and lifting up. I know it's a little bit tough. Let's hug those knees in. And when you're ready, just releasing everything. Coming back down through a vinyasa. So jumping it back, high plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. And now let's jump back through to seated. And releasing down onto the back. So slowly release down, keeping those knees tucked in. So from here we're going to do a little stretch to help align the pelvis. So place the left foot on top of the right leg and then just really open out through the left knee and then drop both legs over to the right hand side. So you might want to look to me for this and just see how I've done it. So you're getting a little bit of a spinal twist, but what you'll feel is by opening and pressing away with the left knee, you can really feel it opening out through the pelvis, really stretching and hopefully making our posture and our alignment a little bit better. This is one of my absolute favorite stretches to do. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, coming out of it, switching sides, so placing the right ankle on top of the left knee, pressing that right knee away, and then dropping both legs over to the left side. And you can take the head over to the right side just to work through that twist a little bit more, but what I really want us to focus on is the pelvis and really feeling as you push the right knee away, the drawing down of the pelvis. Breathing here. Just inhaling and exhaling into the posture. One more deep breath. and then slowly release. And then we're going to bring that right knee in for a half happy baby. So the left knee stays up with the foot on the mat, and we draw the right knee towards the armpit. And then when you've set that, then you can send the left leg away long down to the mat. So we're in this half happy baby. Breathing here. Really working into opening through the hips. We did a lot of lunges in this practice, so we want to just really open up into that. Okay, let's switch over. The right foot goes down on the mat, and then we draw the left knee towards the left armpit in our half happy baby. And then when you're ready to intensify the posture, if you want to intensify it, you can take the right knee down or right leg down to the mat. And close off the eyes and just inhale and exhale. Breathe in and exhale fully. And then when you're ready, just releasing both knees, hug the knees into the chest. Draw the head up to the knees and just take a rock side to side. We've now come to the end of our practice. So just take any final movements, any rocking that you might need. If you wish to finish your practice in Shavasana, then please do. I'm just going to spend a moment sitting in a comfortable seated position. And as I do so, I will thank you so much for doing this practice with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it at that pace. Maybe even got a little bit of a sweat on, but really worked deeply into some nice postures and felt everything in the core as well. So I will leave you in peace now to stay here hopefully for a moment longer, closing off the eyes and just feeling the breath softly explore the body. Thank you and namaste.